Alright, welcome to a final day of Ether Age for this light season. I am actually exhausted as of this recording, and I think that played into a lot of what happened in this first match here. I kind of went into it with a little bit of a plan, but didn't work out because I made some dumb plays. I think one of them... I think the main issue was that I failed to properly position Fallen Maria. Yeah, and that kind of led to me just making some bad plays. If I had positioned her properly, I would have been able to clear this particular challenge here. Just depending on her miracle effect, I would have been able to tank a hit from Asker, who would have been the last unit on the map. But I messed up. I pretty much messed this one up. But you're going to get to see, just some initial plays and just the matchup with Yunaka, who is still currently the best nuke in the game. Pretty much solos everything. I feel like, I don't know if I was... Did I write this or did I say this? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that the tank meta, we're at the tail end of that. And Yunaka and the recent banner that we've gotten with Alm is pretty much proof of that. The only thing that would change that is if we somehow get some type of crazy emblem hero at the end of the month, plus maybe the next banner that's seasonal, we get another armored unit. But historically, we haven't really gotten armored units on the seasonal banner, on the kids banner. So that would be an interesting change if they do decide to do so, because that would be like Baby Hector, I guess, but he wasn't that great. I mean, for the time that he came out, he was pretty good, but I feel like they kind of held back in terms of just, what he was capable of doing. But I don't think we're gonna get another armored unit on the kids banner. If we do, then there is potential of that unit being just incredible, just being really insane. And I don't really see who they would draw from. I still feel like it's probably going to be Alm's game for the kids banner. Even though we just got Alm, I still feel like it's going to be Alm's game for the kids banner, because there just needs to be more units from that game in the game or in Fae. There just aren't enough. Same can be said for Roy's game as well. So it could be a toss-up. Maybe if Roy isn't the emblem unit on the emblem hero, maybe they do, but then again, they're all kids, so I don't know how that would really translate in terms of Roy, because everyone from Roy's game is essentially the babies of Blazing Blade. So does it really make sense to have a kids banner for Binding Blade when they're kind of all already kids? I don't know, but that would really be my only other guess in terms of what they could potentially do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Alm's game, and I don't really see any armored candidates from that, unless they want to go Engage, which would kind of be a bit too early for kids banner. Kids Engage, I feel like that would be a little bit too early. But yeah,
all right.
Let's see what happens. Still a few weeks away. Kind of crazy. This is going to be a big, what I want to say, slow period for Fae. We don't have as many banners going on that are going to be really crazy like we've had for the past 2 months, and also February is only 28 days, so it's always going to be a little bit shorter. But March is the first month where things kind of start to slow down a bit. Definitely haven't been summoning as much, and it's definitely noticeable because my wallet tells me so. So yeah, that's good. For at least saving, and yeah, we can start to get back to some type of normalcy, unless we, I do want to go at least one spark on the AHR banner, maybe two, depending on how my Hector pulls go, and I kind of want to get a couple Iras as well, so there's some orbs there. And then I do want to probably pick up Alm, because he's an attune hero and he's going to be benefiting from attune skills as we go forward in the future. But then aside from him, there's really no one else on that banner. But yeah, we'll pick up on that in a little bit. But yeah, this the
Don't be seen.
Fallen Maria being all the way over here in the corner, that was really
Ready.
the big error. I think I should probably give her pass. Since I'm really not using her to attack, I should probably give her pass to allow her to warp into these spaces with the help of Plumeria. Peony, what am I saying? I should probably do that. That might be the big play. But from here, I kind of just like fell asleep at the wheel. I probably should have taken out, or the plan was to take out what's her face, Rhea. But I had already messed up. There's no way to get. I mean, there's a swap and then shadow shift, but I didn't break the pot. I think maybe I should have waited one turn, but then also Nurgle. I don't know. Just a lot of factors here that I just didn't plan properly, so it ended up failing. Blame it on fatigue. Blame it on being tired. That's what I'm probably gonna do. So yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, but can't take out Rhea with Gulveg, so this is already a loss. But anyways, what else? Seer Snare, pretty easy.
Into the surf.
Oh, yeah, I did want to bring up just the comparison between the alms, the new alm and the legendary alm from Hall of Forms. I was just looking at them and I was like,
Breathe deep.
I don't know, is he really better than legendary alm? And I mean, to be fair, new unit should always be better. I mean, of course, but I'm just looking at the wind sweep and I feel like that has a lot more value than what. But then also you could probably just give wind sweep to the new alm as well and just run that in his B skill. He doesn't 100% need speed taker, even though he's already getting so much true damage from his weapon, so not like 100% necessary for him to have that. But then you could also flip the argument and say legendary alm can probably even put out even more true damage just by stacking it from external sources. So I don't know, kind of the same unit. I want to say when I'm looking at the kits, I pretty much have the same exact kit on my legendary alm, except for the fact that I have Canto control, firm Canto control on the Hall of Forms version, because it's just like I think it's still gonna be good once we've gotten over the Sakura stuff, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. So I feel like it's probably just a fairly decent pickup since I haven't found attack speed pledge yet, so I'm gonna hold on to the firm Canto control for now on the legendary version, and I'll probably give Canto control to the attuned version as well, because I don't see Canto control just completely disappearing from certain game modes. It's still going to be valuable to have it if you have enough units that you can spread it out and give it to one of them. So I'll probably do that as well. Having another fodder bank, that's really what I'm looking at this new alm as. I think it's a good thing. Still kind of disappointing with the voice lines not having the English. Still kind of sucky, but we'll see how it's kind of. I feel like they're dragging it out, but I mean it is a legal process, and you know how long court stuff takes, man. It's usually at the very least this a year, 2 years. I mean, who knows when they'll finally figure that out, because it's not like cut and dry. It's not like a you go to jail type thing. It's money, and whenever money is involved, it's always a forever type thing. But here we go with our second match against Jimbo Slice here. And yeah, like I said, I was exhausted, so I figured I would just turn my brain off and do the brain dead strats. Luckily, there is no Scowl that I'm gonna have to interact with, because I dropped. What did I drop from this team? Special jump support. Reagan. I dropped Reagan from the team, so I'm missing the special jump to help Erica bypass Scowl checks. So yeah, that is the only change here, because I had to put Dagger, and this is a wow, Lynn, plus 10. Always impressive to see. Just love the investment. Love when units like that get love like that. Not too worried about Sigurd warping in. I can kind of figured it out. It's probably a good thing that I did check that, because I didn't see it until I clicked on him, to be honest. I didn't realize that he had the Celica ring. So thank God that they actually show the ranges, because I would have just left Gateau there and he would have died. So that was actually a good thing that I noticed it late on.
Is it time?
Yeah, I was also going to use the other team, the team with Malice, and that would have been a problem because Fjorm would have been in range of Sigurd and she would have died. So again, very lucky that I checked that. But this is pretty straightforward for Erica. She wins the speed check. If she wins the speed check, she wins, which is kind of what I wanted to bring into SD with Erica, but so far without Sedith, it's just not happening. Yeah, just not enough drives to make it work. I kind of want to include Rune as well with getting his 7 to all stats with his status effect, but because of, I feel like I would have to give him the Lin ring, and I kind of already have the Lin ring on someone else for SDS, so it feels like a waste. But he's a really good unit to be using the Lin ring on if he quads. But yeah, aside from that, I'd have to bring like some type of triangle attack support, which is a wasted slot at this point. Bringing Katria or Cordelia doesn't feel like the greatest thing in the world. And then that leaves me with Marissa, and I don't like that idea because, again, falls back to the point of Rune just not being able to reach because 2 movement range unit doesn't cover the same amount of space as a ranged cav. So ultimately, scrap that idea. Still waiting on my premium Sedith so that I can get Erica to be great in SD, because once that happens, there's just no stopping her. Once I get that unit, there's just no stopping Erica in that game mode. I'm also contemplating giving her Distant Counter Echo just for SD, because it's not that often that I run into sweep effects that would prevent her from, counterattacking. So that gives me some extra leeway to run Phantom Speed in her seal slot. So that's also an option that I'm experimenting with. But ultimately, I do think a Sedith-like unit alternative is what I'm just going to be leaning towards, just to be able to use her in the future. Oh, also, I was finally able to get Sita to max favor after, 6 months? Like, just a couple of weeks ago, I was able to get it. And, man, it took, before SDR, I was able to get it. Man, it took so long. I've been trying since, September? And it just happened. And, it's kind of insane that people are able to, like, Yunaka came out, and, the same week, people already had her at max favor, and I have no idea how they're doing it. I don't know if they're sitting there and just auto battling it, but it also didn't seem that way because they're actually playing the matches when I queued in. So I don't know how they're getting that much favor so quickly. 5,000. I had to play 183 matches of SD favor just to get to 5,200 on Sita, and then people are. I don't know, man. It boggles my mind. I don't know how they're doing it. Like, a unit will come out, and then within the weekend that they come out, I guess extra. It's just 10. It's not that much more. But then the same weekend that they come out, or then 7 days, bro. 7 days to get a unit to max favor. That's so many matches. 182 over 6 months. It's actually probably even more. September. That's 3 to December, and then 3 more. Okay, it's probably 6 months. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just crazy that they're able to do that. But I was finally able to get it done with Sita. So that's 2 units that I have. I have Edelgard and Sita. So now I'm thinking of getting some type of range nuke, but I can't think of which range nuke that I would. I don't have a favoritism. I've done those 2, Edelgard and Sita, because those are my favorites, but I can't think of which range nuke I'd want to get to. Probably Bridget, because I really like Bridget, so that might be my decision.
No holding
But yeah, it's gonna take forever to get there. Probably, if not Bridget, it would be rearmed Lucina, or what am I saying? Ninja Lucina, just because I see her aging very well. Even if her damage output falls off, her support swap is just gonna age. I don't see the stats that you get, the stat swings. It's always gonna be good. Or worst case scenario, or like last option, Baby Dual Robin, because she's just really good. And I have used her quite a bit in the past. Even though she's not putting out as much damage now, can definitely still build a team around her and get to that amount of favor. So I don't know. Those are the three units that I'm thinking about if I'm going to do it. But it's always so annoying to make range units captains, because it just, you lose, like if you have a frontliner, like a lot of my teams have frontliners, you don't get that frontline support, and it kind of messes with the captain skill that you're going to pick. So unless you're running some type of feud effect or Embla, where you don't have to worry about the armored far save, then you can really do it. But then that's why I'm thinking Bridget, because Bridget doesn't care who's the far save. She kills everything. So that's what I'm considering. So I don't know. That's like my next long-term goal. Or it's good to have long-term goals in the game, because it gives you something to do. And then otherwise you just kind of get bored, and like, because it's so repetitive. And then also it allows you to then change the team every week, and it gives you practice with the team that you can then confidently take into SD. So I'm currently up to one team, which I've always had, the Sita team. And now I have Xander, who is very dependable, Malice, who is also very dependable, and Ather, who I think I'll probably swap out at some point, because I don't see myself constantly upgrading his kit, which you'll probably need to do as his damage output falls off. So those are like my 4 teams for SDS, and I'm really comfortable with at least 2 of them. The Malice team changes quite a bit, just because of I feel like I'm always changing that, but the Ather team is very consistent because of the stats distribution that I can do around the Ather team. And then Xander is the one that I'm least comfortable with, but I'm building on it because he's very good. I'm just trying to find the right team composition to get the Xander team to work consistently. But yeah, it's good for me to then incorporate some type of far range threat as a captain, because that just makes it more. It gives me more options in terms of team building for SD. I'll already have a team prepared for whenever that game mode comes around, or whenever Erosion is captain again. But that's it, man. GG's. See you in the next one.